Lucky 7 is the number of the day. Welcome to COM 3100. This is the introduction, and we're going to go through what's happening. So why study small group? I can give you 7 reasons, and actually probably 11 and maybe even more. So this is from the National Association of Colleges and Employers, and they're looking for things they want to see on a candidate's resume. And if you look at the top 7, all of them will be covered in this class. And you can go down even further down the list and find some other things that we're going to touch on during the semester. So problem solving, ability to work in a team is the second most requested item on a resume. Strong work ethic, analytical and quantitative skills, communication skills, leadership, and communication skills verbal. So written and verbal communication skills. Go down a little further, initiative, detail-oriented, technical skills, flexibility, adaptability, interpersonal skills. All those things will be touched on in this class. So if you're taking this class because it's required, good for you. If you're taking this class because you want to learn to work in a small group more effectively, this is good. But all these skills that you're going to learn in the next 16 weeks will apply to the job situation. So how are we going to work this? So let's talk about the class. So you're going to be working with your teammates in this class. You're going to be working in small groups. And while the final products that you're going to create, you're going to do a podcast, you might do some kind of report, you're going to take some tests. Those are really important, but the process is just as important. So 2 of the assignments are going to focus in on how well your group works together to achieve what we call synergy. All right, so you'll be working in small groups to study small groups. So let's look at the assignments. You're going to have 12 discussion board posts. We'll go into detail in a minute on those. 4 quizzes, 2 self-assessments, 2 group projects for a total of 800 points. Let's dive into what we've got talking about. So the discussion boards, you're going to have conversations with the other people in this class. So you're going to have 1 for every chapter in the textbook. You must post at least 4 times per person. So that means you have to go back to this more than once a week. So I'd like to have a conversation going on. The topics relate to the chapters in the book, and I want you to work with your teammates in this class to sort of converse about these important concepts. You'll notice on the right-hand side of this slide is the rubric that I'm going to use. So they're worth 20 points each, and you can sort of see what each one is worth here in the rubric. 4 quizzes. The first 3 cover the textbook chapters 1 through 3, 4 through 7, and 8 through 12. Those are individual assignments. You're going to be doing those by themselves. The last one is going to analyze the movie 12 Angry Men, which is a classic movie that deals with small group and a jury. And that's going to be a group effort. And we'll have more explanation as we move further along the semester for that. So that grade will be a group grade. Everyone in the class will get the same grade for that one final exam. Self-assessment, these are going to be individual as well. Again, you've got 2 group projects. You're going to self-assess how well you do in the group project. Your development, time management, teamwork, decision-making, communication, and technical skills. You're going to turn those in for points. And then the 2 big projects. One is going to happen about week 4, and the other one is going to happen about week 8. So you're going to have a number of weeks to work on this project. Project 1 is going to analyze a media portrayal of some kind of groups. Pictured here are the Stranger Things kids. You don't have to pick Stranger Things, but you're going to find a work of media or a film that you want to analyze. So your group's going to have to work together to figure out what media you're going to use. Is it going to be a TV show, something streaming, a movie? So you're going to have to figure that out and how you're going to analyze those various roles using the information from the textbook. Project 2 is going to be later in the semester. You and your group are going to have to produce either a children's book or a podcast. So you're going to use some technical skills to put this work together. And about a small group communication issue. So you're going to consider audience and all those kind of things. If you're going to do a children's book, obviously you're going to have it sort of aimed at that age group, or a podcast aimed at an adult audience. So those are the project details and the main assignments for the course. The syllabus has more information, and that's available in Blackboard, as are the course documents and materials. There's textbook slides, there's other support material. I'll be adding to that throughout the semester. I'll also be sending weekly announcements telling you what's due and what's going on, and you also have the textbook. So let's sort of talk about the first chapter of the book because you need to finish a discussion board assignment at the end of this week. All assignments are due on Friday. So here we go. And I want you to do is think about, as you read the chapters in the textbook, applying all this information to your small group processes, both in class and outside of class. You are in small groups most of your life, so your family is a small group. The people you work with is a small group. This class is a small group. You may be part of a team or some other organization. You're probably working in a small group. So you spend a great deal of your time working in small groups, and this class will help you learn how to do that more effectively. So the first chapter talks about competent communication, how you can be effective and appropriate, which is really important in a small group because you don't want to offend other people. It also talks about communication competence, and those items listed there under knowledge, skill, sensitivity, commitment, and ethics are all important. And we want you to have honest and respectful conversations and dealings with the members of your group. Be fair, choose wisely, and be responsible for your actions. So read the first chapter, see the accompanying materials in Module 1, read the syllabus for more information and details about the schedule moving forward, and good luck with everything this semester.